avocado oil or canola oil, coconut oil or olive oil. Finding the right cooking oil can be tricky. Luckily, in today's video, I'm breaking down the best and worst oils to cook with. I'm Nick Garcia, holistic nutritionist and certified nutrition coach, and my programs have helped over 20,000 people achieve health-focused fat loss. And in today's video, we're diving into all things cooking oils. It's often hard to identify healthy cooking oils. For example, you've probably read conflicting headlines about how canola oil affects cholesterol or whether the saturated fats in coconut are good or bad for your heart health. To ease all of your oil woes, I've ranked the cooking oils from best to worst. I'll tell you which one cause inflammation and which one you can safely use for sauteing liberally. Things to consider when choosing a cooking oil. There are several factors that come into play when considering healthy cooking oils. I've evaluated the cooking oils based on the following characteristics. Number one, smoke point. When you cook with oils, you're obviously exposing them to heat. When temperatures get too high, it can damage or oxidize certain heat-sensitive oils. Studies show that consuming oxidized oils generates free radicals in the body. These molecules damage your DNA and can result in all types of issues, from inflammation and raising cholesterol to even cancer. Some of the best cooking oils have a high smoke point, meaning they stay stable under high heat and avoid oxidation. Number two, fatty acid ratio. Oils contain different types of fatty acids. The most important thing to consider are omega-6 or polyunsaturated fatty acids and omega-3s, monounsaturated fatty acids. Omega-6 fatty acids are the most predominant type. Unless you eat plenty of fish, eggs, and nuts, it's easy to get too many omega-6 fatty acids and not enough omega-3 fatty acids. While omega-6 fatty acids aren't inherently bad, consuming too many of them can cause widespread inflammation, which is linked to all sorts of diseases. The best cooking oils contain a more balanced ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids, making them less inflammatory. Remember, it's all about the ratios when it comes to fatty acids. And now we have GMOs. It's not uncommon for cooking oils to contain GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. Corn and soybean in particular are likely to be genetically modified, with about 94% in the US coming from GMO plants. That's a scary statistic. Research on the long-term effects of GMOs is unclear. These crops are engineered to withstand the toxic effects of herbicides and pesticides like glyphosate, which have their own host of negative health impacts. One study in particular found an association between glyphosate and increased risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, meaning it is potentially cancer-causing. That's enough to scare me. Glyphosate can also harm the honeybees that pollinate plants, and if their role is in nature is disrupted from pesticides, it may affect our food supply. GMOs can also create super weeds and super bugs that are adapting to survive the pesticides sprayed on crops. This requires even stronger pesticides to combat them, which could cause health issues to consumers. Production and processing of oils. Some oils are extracted using high heat or chemicals. This can oxidize sensitive oils before they're even bottled. High processing or refining oils strips away the beneficial nutrients and even damages them further. Look for oils that are labeled unrefined to make sure they aren't processed to the point of harming your health. All right, so let's get into the best cooking oils. The best cooking oils are minimally processed with high omega-3 fatty acid profiles and no GMOs, and of course, a high smoke point. Number one, avocado oil. Avocado oil has one of the highest smoke points, making it resistant to oxidation. This healthy oil is also abundant in monounsaturated fatty acids, so you avoid the possible inflammatory effects of too many omega-6 fatty acids. As a bonus, it contains beneficial antioxidant compounds like polyphenols and carotenoids, which in animal studies shows they prevent aging and disease. Look for cold pressed, unrefined avocado oil. The smoke point is slightly lower, but it ensures minimal processing with no heat, so there's no risk that it's already oxidized. You can use avocado oil for high heat sauteing and frying, as well as broiling and roasting in high temperatures. Extra virgin olive oil. Even though olive oil's smoke point is lower than some of the other oils on the list, studies show it is still one of the most stable cooking oils. Researchers theorize that high levels of monounsaturated fat and abundant antioxidants help stabilize the oil, even when it's heated above its smoke point. In this way, olive oil is one of the most unique oils that work outside of the smoke point box when it comes to oxidizing. Be sure to purchase extra virgin olive oil, ideally cold press. It ensures that none of the antioxidants are damaged by heat processing, and also that you avoid chemical solvents used to extract the oil from the seed. Coconut oil, my personal favorite. Coconut oil is another fantastic oil for high heat cooking. Almost 90% of coconut oil is saturated fat, which is much more stable than any other fat, especially polyunsaturated fats. Plus, coconut oil contains medium chain triglycerides, or MCTs, a different type of fatty acid that may help with weight loss and lower bad LDL cholesterol while raising good cholesterol. It's also really great for boosting your metabolism. Coconut oil is best used for medium to high heat cooking. Be sure to look for unrefined cold press oil to avoid oxidation. I personally like the refined coconut oil, especially for frying, because it doesn't affect the flavor. And if you're cooking for somebody who might not love the coconut taste, go ahead and go with unrefined. Coconut oil is so great, even the refined is super healthy. Macadamia nut oil. While not as common as the other cooking oils, macadamia nut oil contains high amounts of monounsaturated fats, making it excellent for high heat cooking. Animal studies show macadamia nut oil may even help reduce inflammation. Give vegetables and meats a buttery flavor by roasting them in macadamia nut oil. As always, be sure to purchase cold press and unrefined oil. Next, we have almond oil. If you're cooking with high heat, say with light sautés or gentle roasts under 400 degrees Fahrenheit, almond oil is an excellent choice. Almonds also contain monounsaturated fat, making them less inflammatory than many seed oils. Studies also show consuming almond oil may help lower your cholesterol. So now those are all of the good oils. The one that I did leave off is not technically an oil, but it's butter. Butter is really high in saturated fat, and you can do a lot of roasting and adding to your melted butter to your vegetables, and they're very similar to coconut oil in the composition with butter. But now it's time to go over the worst cooking oils. Number one, sunflower seed oil. Sunflower seeds, while they're paleo and relatively okay to eat and don't contain GMOs, but the oil is high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can promote inflammation when eaten too often. The refined versions of sunflower oil tend to have a higher smoke point than the unrefined versions as well, meaning you'll have to choose between a refined oil with a high smoke point, which could already be oxidized, or an unrefined oil with a lower smoke point. It's best to just stay away from this one. While it's not the best choice for cooking, it's still better than corn or canola. Speaking of canola, this is one of my absolute least favorite oils, canola. Popular cooking oil because of its high smoke point. However, over 90% of canola oil in the US is genetically modified. The plant is engineered to withstand the herbicide glyphosate, which can cause some pretty nasty side effects like cancer. Don't generally recommend using canola oil at all unless you're in a major bind or using it in an organic or unrefined version. Even so, canola contains higher amounts of omega-6 fatty acids, which can cause inflammation. A really important concept that I want to go over here. At home, use the best oils possible. And when you go out to eat, which you are, you have to know for the most part, restaurants are going to use canola oil, soybean oil sometimes, peanut, and not so ideal oils. But it's all about that ratio. So if at home you're eating at least 80% of the time, you know that you're getting the most optimal oils you can, and you go out to eat, you can do it so guilt-free. Next up on the worst oils, palm oil. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the production of palm oil and its effect on the environment. Its cultivation resulted in huge deforestation throughout Indonesia and other regions of the world, and even killed off certain species of animals. Still, sourcing sustainable palm oil is possible. It just takes a little extra effort to find, and it's probably going to be pretty costly. While palm oil does have a pretty decent omega fatty acid profile, it's just better, and it's better than most polyunsaturated fatty acids. It's just best to find an alternative. Next up, we have corn, cottonseed, and soybean oil. I'm just gonna batch all these together. These oils are very popular cooking oils. However, all three are grown from GMO plants in the US. While these oils do have a high smoke point, they're also very high in pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids. Animal studies also show that consuming these types of oils after they've oxidized disrupts gene expression and may lead to tumors. Steer clear of these three oils whenever possible. The bottom line here, there are lots of cooking oils on the market and their health effects vary widely. Choose an unrefined cooking oil that can withstand the temperature you're cooking at. And ideally avoid GMO plants whenever possible. As much as you can, stick to the 5 top cooking oils on this list for the best heart healthy, metabolism friendly, and fat burning friendly that on this list. So thanks for watching this video. Again, I want to reiterate a couple of points. Number one, it's all about the fatty acid profile. You want to have more omega-3s and stay away from the 6s and 9s. The omega-3s, you're going to find them in monounsaturated and saturated oils like avocado, coconut, and olive. And then you want to stay away from the GMO oils and the ones that are oxidized really quickly. Again, oxidation causes free radicals. Free radicals are terrible for your cells. And guess what? That's what you're made of. You're made of cells. Unsaturated fats prevent glucose from entering your cells for fuel. So eating these types of oils make it harder for you to digest carbs. And too many carbs, along with too many polyunsaturated fatty acid oils, will lead to massive inflammation, and it would make it really hard for you to lose weight. Thanks for watching this video. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more tips like this. As a free gift for watching, click the link in the first comment. I have this really cool guide that I call the 24-hour Metabolism Reset. And as a bonus, my 10 favorite hormone balancing drinks. I would love to send you this. Just click the link. Tell me where to find it. Thanks, and have a great day.